be having to, we will also encourage to reduce waste so that our treatment facility then after sa treatment facility ay pa din siya safely disposed to our respective landfills. Ano siya hierarchy sa atong RA 9003. Okay, as I have mentioned nga what are which of those three sources ang pinakadako o contribution in terms of solid waste. So, as you can see here, we are generating as a for residential areas, we are generating 56.7%. So imagine that. The commercial has only 27.1%, institutional, including your school sa Bukidnon State University to apply na siya diri, so 12.1% only. So for industrial, 4.1%. But this is only for the Philippines. So maybe naka-mention, as ako ma-recall, naka-mention during the message of our very own President Duterte nga nag-encourage siya o strongly calling to all those industrialized country nga magbayad sila sa mga disaster, sa mga calamities nga nahitabo, so sa ilang mga destruction. Since we are highly industrialized country, they are mass producing the CFCs, the chlorofluorocarbons nga mga greenhouse gases nga naka-contribute tong climate change. So mo na naingon siya, sakto gid ang ingon pabayaron jud ang mga dato nga countries because we are the one affected jud sa mga poor countries, since we don't have any dili pa kayo mga technology ka high tech, dili pa kayo ta maka-adapt sa climate change, dili pa kayo ta ready because we don't have any resources yet. We but minimal kayo ang atong resources to be used to combat this climate change. So mo na siya, dapat babayaron sila ang mga, so I agree with him nga ningon siya pabayaron jud tong mga rich countries, mga industrialized countries. So imagine we are contributing 56.7%. So more than a half of our solid waste is coming from our residential areas. So yun na siya. So out of those solid waste that are generating, sorry kaayo ha, kay this is only sa study 2008 to 2013. So karon kamulo pa pud og study, wala pa ang result kay nag-span siya, o imagine tas pud siya ang time. So karon naapay ongoing nga study nga gihimo sa whole Philippines. So based on this study, siguro taas na kaayo ni karon kung atong makita, no? Ang biodegradables is composed of out of those whole solid waste that we are generating, the waste that we are generating coming from different sources. Biodegradables is composed of 52.31%, still more than a half. So diri rata, no? Diri atong paningkamutan. If we are doing our part, so ma-minimize good. We are not aiming out, of course, we are also aiming at zero waste, but sa atong makaya, of course mag-aim to that high kay para if possible ang dili ra pod kaayo gamay ang atong maabot. So mag-aim ta og high para kung mag-aim tag highest dito ta sa higher. So ma-accomplish na to higher. So biodegradables, we can have it, we can also convert this one to as our fertilizer. So instead of buying fertilizer, we will be using biodegradables through kani buta sa compost pit para na-decompose siya para mahimo na tong fertilizer sa atong mga respective plants. So for those plantitas and plantitos, we are not ako appeal ko atong mga plantitas, no. We are encouraged na we will be using kana mga fertilizer, mga organic fertilizer coming from our biodegradable materials. So siguro ko imagine kung mawala na lang 52%, gamay na lang ang mabilin. So possible ato gid siyang makaya in our own way, own little way, but the impact is really great great jud ang impact kung bisan sa atong isa-isa. Imagine sa atong isa-isa, we are 109.6 or 100, almost 110 million population sa Philippines. Imagine kung ato nang himuon. So our generation of waste is really very minimal. So ma-manage na lang natin. So this one, ako lang ipakita sa inyo ha, no? From 2008 to 2020, so wala pa tayo latest, kandikan pa sa 2020. So we are generating waste generation of 16,628,026 metric tons of waste per year. Imagine. Muna ang ma-generate. So, every Filipino, do you believe? Nakita na ko ni siya, no? So, do you believe nga every Filipino generates an estimated average of half kilo of solid waste per day? Totoo ba mo? Totoo mo? Totoo. Totoo ta kay mo naman gid ni. Naman gid ni siya sa record. So, kung i-average na to, so we are generating 0.5 kilograms of solid waste per day. So now, karon mo na gid ang focus sa atong discussion. The 5 R's of solid waste management. Kinsay makahatag sa inyo? The 5 R's. Bisan 3 R's lang sa, maybe ka ng mga students nag-research na siya before nag-ani diri, no? Before attending this virtual webinar. Nag-research na sila, no? Hello?
Hello, ma'am. Katurang old, ma'am.
Sige. You can share. Ma'am, unsay mo
Reduce, reuse, recycle, ma'am.
Okay, that is very good. So, reduce, reuse, recycle. So, karon, nahimo na siyang 5 R's. What are those 5 R's? So, pasok to imong giingon, ma'am, mga tulo. Na ma'am? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, karon, reduce, reuse, recycle. Nana siya gidugang recover and repair. No? Pero kung imo siyang tan-awon ang recover o repair, dito gyapon siya ma-fall. Ma-fall ra gyapon siya sa, syempre, ma-reuse na to, if ma-repair, of course, ma-reduce na to ang waste kung ma-recover, so dili na gid siya considered as waste. They are still useful. Ingon siya ganina, solid waste or waste are those who are not useful anymore. Those who are useless. So wala na, dili na. Nakaserve na saya sa iyang purpose. But this time, we will be managing our waste through these 5 R's. Because kung i-consider na to na useless, we are also have the time to make it useful. No, by our creativeness. So let's start. Reduce. To reduce is to lessen the amount of waste to manage. So that we can manage our waste, we should reducing it. By reducing waste, the unnecessary use of resources like materials and energy can be avoided, of course. No? So through reduction of waste, kung makita nimo din ang picture, through reduction of waste or avoidance. So sa 9003, as a hierarchy sa 9003, that can be avoided. Waste nga mapwede nimo ma-avoid. So, for example, reduction is by using rechargeable or buying rechargeable batteries instead of disposable batteries. And now we have already kanang mga solar panels na can be used as katong mga dili ta maka-lesser tag-dispose og mga waste. So we will be using solar panels and also with this rechargeable battery. Instead of disposing it after using, we will be recharge this one, then use it again. So we can minimize or we can reduce our waste. Next is buy products in bigger packs than those in small sachets. So all of us here use, for example, the shampoos that we are using every day. So kinsang nakaligo diha. So katong mga nangaligo naka-generate na mo og waste. You are contributing waste to our Mother Earth. So luoy kaayo ang Mother Earth. Sige mo. Imagine when we are using sachets of shampoo, we will be using preferably, and I will encourage you to use the bottle shampoo in a bottle. So maka-save mo og money as well as maka-save or maka-reduce pagta og waste disposition. So wala marag if you are using if we are using sachets of shampoo, mga pila ka kabuok, mga dozens of shampoo in a quarter, in 3 months. So maybe we can use a bottle of shampoo, one bottle of shampoo per quarter, so in every 3 months. So lesser good kung imo lang gid siyang i-internalize. How to reduce those waste. Next. Nay nag-chat. Wow. So nay nag-chat diri ako sang tanaw na ang nag-chat to ni Ma'am Evelyn Talha. Reduce, reuse, recycle, recover, and repair. Very good, ma'am. I know nga nag-research yun ka before ka nag-ano diri. Okay, thank you. Next is next R is reusing of items is reducing an amount of waste that would end up to the landfill. Oh, see, reuse. Reusing of eco bags. Reusing of plastics that we have. Reusing at our using tumbler. Oh. So reuse ta dili ta magsige og palit og water, ano na siya? Mga bottled water that can contribute much sa atong waste. Oh, reuse. Imagine reusing materials, reuse, oh. Use eco bag shopping or going to the grocery store. So we are already practicing that sa ato there is sa Bukidnon. Specifically there is sa Malaybalay City. We are we are encouraging to bring eco bags when we will go to grocery stores or shopping malls. So maingon dayon ang mga cashier or ang mga tindera nga, ma'am, nagdala ka og eco bag. So kita dayon is medyo mosaka ang atong mga kilay kay namang gipadala pagid ta og eco bag, no? But this is one way of taking good care of our Mother Earth. So instead of buying another eco bag, daghan na kay tag eco bag sa tong balay kay maglakaw ta dili ta magbitbit og eco bag. But as simply as we are practicing our own little ways sa atong self nga, when we always practice bringing eco bag, ato na siyang habit. Magdala na gid eco bag kay basin dag may BH na tay eco bag. Ba? Okay. Donate clothes and other useful materials to some organizations that conduct relief operation during calamity. So, calling everyone for those who have used clothes to share that one to our victims sa calamity dito sa Leyte. So ipadala nato kung namin mga used clothing, mga used nga materials nga magamit pa atong ihatag sa ila. Para maka-minimize ta og waste as well as makatabang pud ta. So ingon na ra. Simple and very simple and very applicable sa atong daily lives. Next is making use of empty glass jars as sugar or coffee container. Okay, that is reusing empty jars. For example, nagpalit ta og peanut butter. That peanut butter, if ma-consume na nato, that jar being used as container for peanut butter, we will be using also that as a container of our sugar. So akong gihatag sa inyo kani nga oh. Ay pa na ko nabantayan. Aday ni siya diri oh. Imagine oh. Shading. Makita ninyo? Ah? Oh, yun na siya. Tak, 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 tak. Gihimo siyang paperclip container. Yan na ka-creative ang akong kauban diri sa office. Oh. Bottled water nga empty, bottled nga plastic nga empty, gihimo na niya ang paperclip storage. So, nana ra siya. Wa na siya nagpalit og mga ikan para iyang gigamit lang as a kanang sudlanan sa mga paperclip. So, yun ana siya. So, another example, later on, I will show you another example of reusing materials. So, ingon ana ra siya, oh. Simple ra kaayo ang atong mahimo para maprotektahan, to protect, to preserve, and to conserve our resources. So once nga mag-reuse sa atong mga materials, we also avoiding use of raw materials. So as we all know, ang paghimo sa mga materials, ang raw materials nga gihimoan na is coming from our natural resources. So once nga dili kay ta maghimo og mga bag-o nga materials, we can also preserve our natural resources. So ang depletion, ang kapagkawala, depletion sa atong mga natural resources malikayan. Next. Another R. Time na ba? Saan ako? Napakoy time. I would like to take this opportunity na lang yun, basin sayang ang time niya. Para ma-share nato